the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. GEEK fam on the blue side, Alter Ego on the red. Perfectly as well. Sully Boy is on the orange buff and Jana is on the purple buff. So both of them are trying to go for the same route, towards that bottom side and towards the first neutral objective.
We have to remember though, because GEEK fam has drafted very early, Alter Ego Esports, they can't play as aggressive that they're usually accustomed to. Sure, they have the Balmond to be able to contest those neutral objectives, but remember, someone like Lunox needs a little bit more time to scale, and here we go.
Very good Abyssal Arrow onto Leo Murphy, forcing a lot of HP to be taken away from his HP bar. That's a little win already for GEEK fam. Another Abyssal Arrow though, forcing Leo Murphy to back up, but whoa, we got a crazy mix of predictions here for GEEK fam and Alter Ego. Count prediction by Axe. A turnout, Arashi. You guys opted for Alter Ego.
We did indeed. I think the Alter Ego, yeah, they're losing in the crowd control and in the scouting department, but if GEEK fam makes one single mistake, they have a lot more burst damage, and they have shown that they can outmaneuver teams. But in the top side right now, it seems that Ahmad gets taken out. That's a first blood for Elzura.
Oh my, first blood here by the Samsung Galaxy A series. So they are still playing towards their winning conditions here for the side of GEEK fam, trying to utilize to the utmost capacity of their early aggressive comp that they've brought. Alter Ego Esports, they just need to be a little bit more patient. This is the reason why I thought that the draft coming in from Alter Ego Esports was a little bit better. In the long run, mid to late, perhaps they will have the opportunity to counter the heroes from the side of GEEK fam. But if GEEK fam can snowball here from the early game, it's going to be difficult, realizing that they don't have the high ground that GEEK fam potentially has.
And this is why I actually opted for GEEK fam. It's because of that early game pressure that they have. Notice how in both Gold and XP, it's going to be GEEK fam who win it out in the laning phase. With the help of Elzura, that just places more killing pressure onto the members of Alter Ego. With that though, look at the wall from Beloyski. Perfectly placed by Beloyski to actually force the turtle back and to reset it instantly. So that's buying a little bit more time. And look at what that time is able to give to GEEK fam. Fanny already up top in the orange buff, taking that orange buff away, trading it in, knowing that they can't really contest a Balmond in the jungle when it comes to neutral objective control. Turtle Slain presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series by Alter Ego, but GEEK fam still are grasping onto that gold lead.
Honestly, I think it's just a very clean performance from both teams right now. GEEK fam, they're trying to use the Abyssal Arrow to their favor, but Alter Ego, they have a winning lane in that bot side where they can actually use that leverage to try and make plays happen, because it is Pi, as in a Paquito, right? Going up against an Esmeralda, he can have a lot more impact in the game in that early phase, and that might be enough for the game to swing in the tide for Alter Ego.
You're right. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have a technical pause here. They are still troubleshooting to make sure that we can give you the best possible performance from both of these teams. Fair play is our utmost priority. And now we have a little bit more time to go through why you personally, Miracle, why did you think that GEEK fam had a better draft, other than the fact that they are winning those two lanes, as well as that early game pressure?
I really just, when it comes down to Alter Ego's composition, it does feel kind of one-dimensional. If they don't get that dive properly, if GEEK fam are able to actually kite away for a bit, those abilities are going to be burnt pretty easily from Alter Ego, right? Once you use the Demonic Force, just wait for it to go on cooldown, and it's done. That's the Phobia's threat dealt with. They also already have an Esmeralda that can just stick to, wow, as I say it, you can just stick to the Phobias. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, the Paquito Pi was probably very low against the Esmeralda, and Jana QT was able to capitalize with his high and dry emblem, instantly picking that kill up for himself. GEEK fam leading 2-0 as we jump into the game. 30 minutes in. Arashi, emblems.
Well, for emblems, Demon Slayer on the hands of Sully Boy, that will allow him to actually contest the objectives, the neutral objectives a lot earlier. But Jana, he goes for the high and dry as well, so he actually goes for a lot more dueling potential. But we'll have to see if Alter Ego even separates enough for him to actually make use of that emblem. Depending on how they play it out, GEEK fam can use macro play to force Alter Ego into those situations instead. Right now though, Elzura is doing a lot of good jobs, a lot of good ganks, being able to roam around the map, because in the mid side, Beloyski is really assisting him in the wave clear department. That is one of the main weaknesses of Selena, and GEEK fam is amending it very, very well.
Yeah, and they're also very They're doing it very well. They're responding to that play very well from Alter Ego. They try to go for the purple buff. Geek Fam instantly position themselves aggressively. Esmeralda as well, rotating towards that purple buff so that they can actually enable that purple buff take. But in the bottom side, it does feel like Pi really can't get any minutes in the game as he's going to get taken down for the second time this series, this game, 4 minutes in.
Geek Fam, they seem to know the strengths of Alter Ego Esports. One thing that we've mentioned before is Leo Murphy used to be the initiator. Now he feels like a bit more cover for someone like Udil as well as Selly Boy, who likes to play those aggressive roles. But usually Pi is the one initiating the fights, and Geek Fam are doing a great job of shutting him down. Look at the placement right now. Look at the members of the side of Geek Fam. They're pressuring him so hard and even zoning him away.
Yeah, bottom side, Jana forced to back off. Luke can back off as well. Both of the members disengaging pretty well, and they got a lot of good damage onto that tier 1 turret. So I do think it's still worth it for Geek Fam. Alter Ego winning in a neutral objective game, but with that 1,000 gold lead, Arashi, it does seem like Geek Fam are able to get more items in the early stage.
Ujana already has a bit of heptasy, so a lot of more burst damage. Speaking of that though, on the top side, this is a 2v1 engagement by Ahmad against Kadira and Elzura.
Yeah, the crossbow attack, and this is the reason why I said it multiple times. Phobius, when you put him in lane with the 1-1, isn't a counter towards that 1-1. Leo Murphy gonna get chunked to a half HP. Selly Boy has the ultimate lethal counter popped in, but it's actually gonna be Jana who actually secures the purple buff away. Leo Murphy trying to run away, flickering out. Another mistake coming in from Alter Ego as Geek Fam push their lead now 5-0.
2,300 gold lead as well, and there was one point where Geek Fam, each of their members were ahead in terms of that EXP and level as well. So now Alter Ego Esports, they're kind of caught in a weird situation. They want to be able to stave off the pressure, but so far they haven't been able to. You could see that even the damage coming in from Lunox is not there just yet as Geek Fam look for another gank here in the bottom lane.
Pi able to dodge away from the wild charge for the knockout strike, but the damage comes in from Jana, who's very fast on those cables. Good play by Pi though. He's able to get out and clear the waves. That was very, very close. Literally using the mechanics to get out by 1 HP.
Geek Fam is taking full advantage of that mid lane pressure, and Alter Ego, they're having trouble keeping up. But now, mid side, there's again another big guy from Geek Fam.
Leo Murphy able to defend for now, able to disengage with that I'm offended, but Jana comes in once again, picking up his 4th kill in the game. His Fanny has been so efficient, man. His roams, the rotations on the map have been quick, but it's all in the right time.
And very aggressive as well, seeing as that's the choice of emblem that he took. High and dry on a Fanny right now, as they are going to be able to get this neutral objective uncontested. Man, Elzura is really good with the Selena. Every time Alter Ego Esports want to go in, open up vision even, it's just it gets denied away.
Oh, again and again, we see that Alter Ego are prioritizing the turtle and neutral objectives, but as a result, Geek Fam, they're getting a healthy amount of lead in all 3 lanes. They're also winning in the pressure department, and with the only turret being left being the mid turret, Geek Fam have a lot of options in how they want to invade towards the jungle of Alter Ego Esports. And soon, I think Selly Boy is going to start feeling the pressure coming in, because Geek Fam, they're not going to start. They're not going to stop the pressure now that they're in this situation.
Alter Ego definitely need the new axe effect here, because currently Geek Fam are outsmelling them because they're outplaying them as well. The better you smell, the better you play. Meanwhile, bottom side, Pi taking a whole lot of damage from Jana and Luke, but it's all just to zone him away from the minion waves down below, making him lose XP, forcing him to go mid, and another Abyssal Arrow connects on towards Udil. Elzura has been phenomenal. Jana jumping in onto 2 members with the cables, going to be able to jump out right now. Missing a few, Selly Boy jumps in with the Retribution, slowing him down, but it's not enough to take him down. Jana, oh my goodness gracious! Jumps back in, forces the Brilliance to come off, and in that top side, Ahmad, you're not going to be able to do much here. You have the Demonic Force, but with the crossbow attack, with Chadera staying in place, that Demonic Force will not be able to be propped up. Alter Ego getting destroyed in the first game of the series.
Wow, already 5,000 gold ahead here in the 9th minute, and it's keeping on rising right now. It's going to be Leo Murphy here caught once again, as the I'm Offended is going to be able to buy a little bit more time, but other than that, still, everything reflects that Geek Fam has been dominating this game.
Alter Ego need to respect GEEK Fam a bit more because we've seen that Alter Ego, a lot of the members have been trying to make plays happen 1v2 with a numbers disadvantage. Especially against a composition so aggressive in the early game, you cannot allow GEEK Fam to get any kind of edge in these early stages because they're gonna maintain control.
You're right, you're right. I mean, so far, Alter Ego Esports, they haven't really found an answer to the aggression that GEEK Fam has brought to the table. He thought that the Divine Blade was already secured by Udio, but without the proper setup, it's going to be difficult to deal out the damage. Noticing that Lunox has a really short range, so even if they want to rely on her for that damage, it's going to be difficult.
Elzura as well, finding another Abyssal Arrow onto Sully Boy. And while we're on the point of Sully Boy, dude, all right, Elzura, I said it, right? When Elzura was highlighted, I wanted to talk about his Selena, but what was highlighted was his Yve. Anyways, though, Sully Boy definitely not on his comfort hero. We've seen the Bauman once. He lost that game, Arashi.
Right, I mean, Sully Boy, his identity is playing those assassins, and we have seen that he is able to secure a lot of neutral objectives, but when it comes down to it, he is not able to make any of the flashier plays, and as a result, he just isn't reaching his full potential, and he is very low right now.
So many resources by GEEK Fam spent onto Sully Boy, and there's nothing Alter Ego can really do. They can't even force a punish at this point. They're losing turrets left and right. All tier 2 is almost taken down here. Just the mid lane tier 2 left to take down for GEEK Fam. The siege has been phenomenal as another Abyssal Arrow comes down. Aloysius with the wild charge, and the crossbow tank comes through. Ahmad taken down. It's a double kill. Picked up by Chidera. It's absolute dominance, 9-0. I've never seen Alter Ego dominate like this, and look at Janna absolutely demolishing that back line with his cables. Leo Murphy still able to buy some time as Luke jumps in deep into that base. Janna looking for the base right now with the rest of the team as well. Janna might be able to give the kill away, but it's a 10-0 first game. 1-0. What the heck?
How many minutes was that? It's got to